it's V, and today I am going to be doing a couple of different eyeshadow looks for you guys. I had the idea for this video because while I love wearing no makeup with lash extensions, I also do love to kind of amp it up a little bit, have a little bit of fun with my lashes, and do some fun makeup looks that aren't too hard and that aren't too harsh on the lash extensions, because I don't want to do anything that's going to make them fall out quicker or anything like that. So I had the idea for this video because I thought that there are plenty of people that have lash extensions and they also really love to wear makeup as well and don't want to have to give that up to have lash extensions. And you don't have to. You totally don't. There are plenty of makeup looks that you can do with lash extensions. So I'm going to show you guys in this video 3 of my favorite kind of go-to looks that I can wear with lash extensions that still showcase the lash extensions, that still make them look nice and pretty. This is the second look that I will be showing you guys today. So I had the idea for this video and I hope you guys like it. I know that when you first get lash extensions, you're very so much you don't want to touch them, you don't want to mess with them, you don't want to mess them up. But after you've had them for a while and you're a little more comfortable with them, I would love to see you guys try out these looks with them, and I would love to see your recreations. Feel free to tag me on Instagram and Twitter if you want to. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get into my 3 favorite looks to wear with my lash extensions. Okay guys, so this first look is definitely a lot more basic than the other 2 looks I'm going to be doing. None of them are going to be very hard, just basic looks. Also, I put some new feathers back in my hair. I just was feeling it. I think I'm going to let my roots grow out a little bit before I put any color on them, so I figured put some feathers in, have some fun with your life. So first thing I'm going to go in with is the Naked 2 Basics palette. This is a great palette for lash extensions only because it has beautiful neutral shades in it that are all matte. They're easy to use, easy to blend, all of that jazz. So first color we're going to go in with is the color Cover, which I talked about in my recent declutter video. It is one of my favorite shades, and I'm going in with a Real Techniques base shadow brush. This was limited edition packaging, but they sell this eyeshadow brush. It's just different packaging. So first I'm just going to blend that in my crease. And this transition color is just perfect. Seriously, it's just perfect. You can literally just do this and go out the door. This one, like I said, is going to be very basic, so I'm not doing much more than this. But this just kind of helps to set the base for what we're going to do, and I just kind of blend it up to the brow bone a little bit, but not too. Just kind of get a little bit softer with your brush as you're going up more, and I'm just going to do that on both eyes. The great thing about this shade too is it's really buildable, so I start out with a little bit lighter of an application and then just sort of keep bringing it in and bringing it a little bit deeper. So now that I have that blended out on my crease on both eyes, I'm going to take the shade Primal, which is the next shade over from it. Same brush, just because this one works well for in the lid shades and crease shades. So I'm just going to pat that onto the lid. The thing about eyelash extensions is that they're not meant to look like falsies in most cases. Depending on your natural lashes, you could probably get a little bit stronger of lash extensions, but I don't have the best natural lashes, so my extensions look pretty natural, at least I would say they do. So I'm just putting this all over the lid, and you can still see my lashes through it. That's kind of what I'm getting at with these tutorials, is I never really do anything super heavy when I have lash extensions, because you're not going to be able to see your beautiful extensions that you paid money for if you put a bunch of dark eyeshadows over them, if that makes sense. And if you get a little bit of eyeshadow powder on the lash extensions, don't worry, we're going to brush them off at the very end. So I am just making sure that this is all blended out, blending it up into the crease as well, just like I did the first time, but just blending Primal into Cover. So then just brushing away any fallout from those shades that might have gotten on your eye at all. And then I'm gonna go on my under eye area, and I'm just gonna get all my color off of this same brush, still using the same brush, and I'm gonna go back into Cover and just very lightly put this on my under eye area, just for some definition down there as well. And it's okay if it has a little bit of primal still on there. We're just doing a very light, super light application. Looks darker on camera for some reason. I don't know why. Honestly, if you wanted to, you could leave it just like this and it looks perfectly put together. I do have other products on my face, so this is just focusing on the eyes for you guys. So you could honestly leave it like this. You can still see your extensions really well. It gives you a little bit of your under eye some definition, but I'm gonna add some highlight to it, just a little tad, just for extra oomph and because I'm a little extra sometimes. And so this is just to give it a little bit of a pop. I'm gonna use the Makeup Geek highlighter in Lit, which is what my cheeks currently have, and I'm going to use a little brush and put that on my inner corner just to brighten up that area a little bit. I like to tie in my cheek highlight with my inner corner sometimes just because I feel like it, you know, brings the whole thing home, you know? And I'm going to take that same highlighter and very lightly under the brow just to give it a little bit of highlight, but not a crazy amount, and just blend that out a little bit with my finger. Very, very subtle amount of highlight under the brow. I used to be one of those people that I would like just take my finger and like go ham and just big ol' highlight line under my brow. That was back in the olden days of, Vianna, what are you doing with your makeup? So, okay, we've got inner corner, we've got a little bit on the brow. I think that the eyes are close to being done, but not exactly. And then we're just going to take a white liner. I'm going to use Exit from ColourPop. This is just a white liner, and I'm going to go on my inner waterline with that, just to give some brightness to the under eye, a nice white line. Then I'm just going to top off my bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara. Not my top lashes though, because obviously I have extensions and I don't need any mascara because they already look amazing. So I'm just not gonna go full out with my mascara down here. I'm just gonna put a very light coating just so you can see my lashes, but not too much. Then your last and final step with this is just to brush out your top lashes a little bit, your lash extensions, just to get any of the eyeshadow fallout off of them. This usually will do the trick. You just go through with a quick little mascara wand here and just brush them out. Kind of helps to get any of that brown color off. And I'll be doing this after every single one of these tutorials just because if you get eyeshadow on them, you want to dust it off. So this is the first eye look, just a nice light matte smoky look with a cute little inner corner highlight and a little bit of brow highlight as well. I hope you guys like it. This is one of my go-to looks in general, even when I don't have lash extensions. Like, I love this look because it looks like you spent a little bit more time on it than you actually did. So if you don't have lash extensions, just feel free to pop on some mascara on your top lashes, maybe some natural falsies if you're down for that too. But I really like this look because you can still see the lash extensions pretty well, and it was nice and quick and easy. So that is it for this one. Alright guys, are you ready for the second look? We are about to get it started right now. By the way, this could be a look on its own. Just get you a bold dark lip, do the rest of your face, and do as we just tried to get on the counter and she could not because all my stuff is over there and I feel bad because her water is here. Let me scoop my stuff, peep, and then you can come up. Just give me a second. Okay, so as I was saying a second ago, this could be a look on its own. You could just do a bold lip and just have nothing on the eyes at all other than like blank canvas stuff. Like, I already have eye primer and everything on, but I mean, I would totally go out like this just on its own. With the bold lip, it kind of adds a little something, but we're gonna dress it up just a little bit more. So first, I'm going to take some sticky notes. These are actually some super cute cactus ones that I got from a store called Riley Rose, which just came to a mall that I go to a lot. So it was pretty cool that I saw them there. So I'm gonna use these cactus sticky notes and put those on my eyes to help us get a little bit sharper of a line today. Oh, how funny, they're like backwards. That's hilarious. Hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much because that's how it's gonna be today. But okay, so we're gonna start out with the stickies on the eyes to help create a sharper line. And we're going to go into the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves palette, and we're going to take a big fluffy blending brush. This is the Bdellium Tools 776 brush, and I'm first going to go into this shade right here, which is called Rosy, and I'm going to pop that in my crease area. See, the thing that I kind of avoid when I wear eyelash extensions, do you see how this is stabbing into my eye? Oh god, not as sticky as I expected them to be. We're just gonna try and do things quickly here. The thing I try to avoid with eyelash extensions is wearing black eyeliner, only because I feel like you can see my lashes through it. Okay, this hurts actually. Maybe these sticky notes aren't gonna work for my eye area. We'll keep trying them. I feel like you can see my lashes through it, and I don't like that. So I don't tend to wear a lot of black liquid liner with lash extensions. You totally can, and you can make it work, but I just like to avoid as much work as possible when wearing lash extensions. Okay, obviously not gonna work, so we're not gonna use those. I'm gonna see if my ye old faithful will work a little bit better for this. Dang, that sucks. I bought those specifically for that purpose, and they're not gonna work, so we're just gonna have to make something else work here. Switch into some blue stickies. So yeah, you definitely can. Like I said, I like to just make less work for myself, so if I can avoid putting more product on my lash extensions, I will. So I tend to just do like mostly just eyeshadow looks to where the lashes can still really shine and show, because like I said in my last tutorial, you paid a lot for these, you're gonna want to show them off. So these looks, again, also another thing about these looks is you can use any colors you want. These are just kind of like my favorite looks to do. You can definitely, like with my brown smoky one, the first one that y'all saw, you could do that with like warm browns. You could do it with these mauve colors. It's just mostly like the idea of the look. Just a nice, like, simple look. That's what I'm going for. It's just some somewhat simplistic looks that you can wear with lash extensions that still show off the lash extensions. You know what I mean? So next I'm going to go in with this middle color here, which is just a little bit deeper, and it is called Wishy Washy. That doesn't sound like a good name for an eyeshadow, but we're going to go in with it anyway. These shadows are so nice, so pigmented. I feel like they're not even looking as pigmented on camera as they do in person, because they are really nice. So I'm just gonna blend that. You guys just hear Blake in the bathroom. I'm just gonna blend that in my crease and then along my outer corner as well. So yeah, for this look, you don't have to use mauve colors. You can use browns, you can use blues, you can use greens, whatever you want to use. This is just one of my favorite ways to wear eyeshadow when I have lashes. So it's all up to interpretation. It's all up to imagination. You know what I'm saying? So do you, make it work for you. So then we're gonna go in with another smaller brush, and we're gonna take the next shade over, and we're gonna use that one in our outer corner. Sorry, you guys can hear my neighbor's garage. They need some WD-40 real bad. And that is just going to go on the outer corner to deepen that. Just to deepen up that shadow wing that we are creating. And then I'm just going to take my fallout brush and brush away any fallout, because there was a little bit. So I'm just brushing that away. By the way, these little freckles, sometimes I draw them on, sometimes I don't. I always forget in videos to draw them on, but I do actually have 2 freckles there on my actual skin. I have a lot of freckles actually, but I really like those 2 and they're cute, and so the reason you didn't see them in yesterday's video and you're seeing them today is because I forgot them. So then I'm just going to kind of blend out the line where you could kind of see a little bit of shadow underneath the sticky. So then I am going to go into my Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay, and I'm going to use the shade Verve, which is beautiful, and I'm going to take it on a flat shader. This is a MAC 217, I believe. I think it's like fancy packaging, but I'm pretty sure it's a 217, just a flat shader, and I'm going to get that all over my brush Then I'm gonna wet it with some Fix Plus. And then this is going to go along the inner part of my eye. These are my favorite colors of eyeshadow. This like taupey silver color. If I was using limited edition items, which I use all the time in my real life, like I love limited edition stuff, but I try not to use it in videos if I can help myself. Sorry, there's something caught in my lash. That happens every once in a while, but I try not to use limited edition stuff in my videos, but if I was going to, I would be using the shade Kush from ColourPop, because it's very similar to this color but just a little bit different, but it's one of my all-time favorite like taupey silvery shadows. So pretty. And then even blending that totally into the inner corner. Let me do that on this side. I like using light shimmery shades with lash extensions because I feel like you can see the lashes still and it doesn't distract from how pretty your lashes look. It just kind of makes people look at them even more, if you know what I mean. So I really like it, and I feel like this side is more pigmented, so we're gonna go in with some more on this side. So to blend that in, I'm literally just going sideways with my brush and kind of just blending it into the purples. And then I'm gonna go back in with the purples. I believe this was the brush that I used secondly. So I'm gonna take the brush that I used, Wishy Washy, not put any extra product, just kind of blend over it. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade, the last one that we used on this brush. This is Spaced Out. Really tap it and then go under my lower lash line with it. Very lightly though, not super crazy. Just a little bit. And then for liner on my lower lash line, I'm actually going to go in with a lip liner. This is Court K from Kylie Cosmetics, and it's just a really pretty plummy purpley color. So I felt like it tied in with our theme here. Super pretty. Do make sure if you are using a lip liner that it is eye safe. I don't really know if this one is, but we're using it. Do as I say, not as I do. There are plenty of purple liners out there. This is just the color that I wanted. I am sure probably NYX probably has like a faux black liner that's very similar to this. I would totally believe that if you told me. So then I'm just gonna go in with some It Cosmetics Superhero mascara on my lower lashes. Again, just lightly. We don't want them to look way more like clumpy than our top lashes, because we want people to believe that these are our top lashes, like that. We don't have lash extensions. We just want people to think we do have pretty lashes. And then last but not least, the same step that I did in my last video is you go through and you just brush out your lashes. Try to get any excess powder off of them. Dang girl, could you eat any louder? And you know what? Why not? I'm gonna do a shimmery brow highlight. I'm gonna go in with Booty Call from the Naked palette. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of some brow highlight on here. So we're gonna have to brush through those lashes again, but that's okay. Alright, and so now this look is complete. Like I said, you can still totally see the lash extensions. They still definitely have their place. They are shining, but you have some beautiful eyeshadow underneath and on your lower lash line that kind of makes you look a little bit more bam. So that is the end of this kind of mauve-y, shimmery sort of eyeliner-y looking look without having any eyeliner. Okay guys, are you ready to begin look number 3, the last look in my little series here? We are going to be doing some colored winged liner, but we're not going to be using actual liner because the point of these tutorials is that it's going to be easy to take off and that you will do as little to your extensions as possible. So sometimes winged liner can be really hard to remove and you really have to like scrub at your lash line to get liner out. So we're going to be using eyeshadow to create our winged liner look today. So first, we're going to start out with the classic Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. I've got it right here in my little palette. It's a nice, it looks very orangey on me, which is what I am going for today. So yeah, we're gonna get that, and let me get a little mirror. I don't know where to find one. I guess I'm just gonna be using this big old palette mirror because I don't have another mirror in here. So I'm gonna take a big fluffy blending brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk 109 brush, which honestly, I don't really recommend Sonia Kashuk brushes. I think they're pretty terrible. But this is my last clean blending brush. So gonna take a bunch of peach smoothie, and I'm just gonna blend that in my crease just to start us out with a nice kind of orangey look to the skin. And again, my eyes, like they were in the beginning of all of these tutorials, were already primed, everything like that. I used the Urban Decay Old Formula eyeshadow primer potion, and then I just put any old cream eyeshadow on top of it to set it. So that is what we are doing. We are blending out our little crease color here. Okay, so once that is blended out, I'm going to go in with a little bit deeper of an orange color, and the only one that I could find in my collection since I got rid of my 35O palette, which I never reached for, which probably would have been good for today, but I never reached for it before, so I don't regret my decision, is this tangerine color from the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette. Use any orange you prefer. Again, like with all of my tutorials, this is very subject to what works for you, what colors you like, so it's all up to whatever you want to do. And honestly, I'm just going to put this one kind of all over the lid, but just very lightly. I don't want like an intense orange color, but I do want some pigment down. So I'm just going to blend and blend and blend that all over the lid, and Peach Smoothie just kind of helped that to just kind of help lay down the foundation of the color that we are trying to do today. I have not had any iced coffee this morning, and I really wish that I had. And honestly, for this look, eyeshadow is even optional. Like, you don't even have to do eyeshadow with this. I just like how these two colors that I'm going to be using work together. So that's the reason I'm doing it. And like I said, again, you could stop here. This looks totally fine too to go out. You can see your lashes. They look beautiful, everything like that. But we are going to take it a step further. And we're going to go into my CoverGirl True Naked Jewels palette here. And what we are going to be doing in here is we are going to be using this purple color as our liner. So I'm going to take some purple on my little brush here. This is just a cheap little, it's actually a nail art brush from eBay, but it's very, very skinny, and that's why I like it. So then I'm going to take some Fix Plus, spray some of that on there. Not too much though. You don't want it to be too watery, just enough to where it's liquidized a little bit so you can start to create your winged liner. And since we are using eyeshadow as liner, you kind of have to keep building and building a little bit with this one. It's very simple. It just takes a little bit of building. What is that? Okay, so I'm just going back in, getting more shadow, going back in, getting more shadow, and now I'm going to create my wing. Ta-da! And I'm just gonna fill it in. So there you are. We have got beautiful purple liner on an orange look. Now this is a little bit out there color wise, but like I've repeated I don't know how many times, you could, the whole concept of this is just colored liner. That is the only concept. Colored liner with shadow that is easy to remove so that you don't have to rub your eye crazy hard at the end of the day, so that you don't rub any excess lashes off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye real quick. Okay, so now that my liner is done, I'm just gonna pop in and do a little inner corner highlight. I'm gonna use the Moonlight shade from this palette, which is just a nice kind of yellowy toned highlight. Really pretty. I feel like it'll go with the look. Alright, so then y'all can probably guess this step by now. We are just gonna brush through the lashes. Also keep in mind, it has been a couple of days between filming each of these tutorials, so my lashes have lost a little bit more in terms of shedding of my natural lashes. With an extension attached, they lose a little bit. So that is the completed look on my colored winged liner with eyeshadow. I hope you guys like this one. I know it's a little out there, but like I said, you could use blue, you could use brown, you could use bronze, you could even use gold. The whole point is just so that it's easy to remove and that it's colored instead of being black, so you can see your lashes through it and it still looks very pretty. And I really like this color combo, so I would totally wear this on the day-to-day. I love doing colored liner with lash extensions. So there it is, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I had so much fun making it for you guys. I absolutely love sharing my tips and tricks with you guys about different things that I have found out that work for me, and I really hope that they work for you too. So if you like this video, be sure to show some love to the like button down there, and if you subscribe, you can be a member of my Muse family. And I love you guys so much. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys!